Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll try the run. Hard running there. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Edwards. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Gets it out fast. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Really nice throw there to get the 1st down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense.
Going for it all. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. He's going to take off. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, and go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense set on first down. They'll leave it with him. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Slater. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down, now here they come again. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game. And this sophomore able... Havoc and get the sack. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
Makes the grab. It's DeMarco. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied at 7.
Offense with jumbo personnel. On the ground, it's Slater. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The short hands. It's Foster. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He'll try it again. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. Touchdown, South Carolina. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, and I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's DeMarco. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that and the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That was the free safety, right? That looked like a skinny guy. Usually it's the big boys up front that are getting the sacks on the quarterback, but it's nice when you got guys of different speed that can chase these fast quarterbacks, catch them, and get them on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Edwards. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it down the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Discards a man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They're scrambling to get to the line quickly for this big 4th down attempt. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. Atop of the fedora, a hat trick, and we're not even at halftime yet.
Yeah, and these guys get these in high school and little league, but my goodness, to do it at the college level, you already got 3, and it's just the first half. I think he's in for a pretty good day.
28, South Carolina, 14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it in halftime too, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's looking for an open man on second down. He looks that one in nicely. The Gamecocks will move the sticks. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're going to stay aggressive here. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get them.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
South Carolina.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, just keeps firing. Got it in the middle, it's Foster. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. He's gonna pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
What a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
28, South Carolina, 21.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Will take over first and 10.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And into the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chew up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding there.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, South Carolina! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they... And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll let one go down the right side. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. And he's thrown another interception. Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecocks. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Caught over the middle. It's DeMarco. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, picked off. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Touchdown, South Carolina! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a get points, that is a disaster for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends. Go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that
he unleashes a long one. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to...
And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The aerial assault continues. Feeling some heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Got it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, South Carolina 56, Ohio State 28.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And he tacks on the extra point. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, South Carolina.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Some heat on that completion. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling.
Spider.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they decide to trot out the kicker from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And this one splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Oh, he wants it all. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the option. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced.